Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. And today, a great morning stretch. Honestly, it's good for any time, but I feel like in the morning, your body needs it the most. Just kind of get up, get warmed up, move, find those big deep breaths, and just get your head in a right space to have a great productive day. So without further ado, my friends, let's come into child's pose. Sit your sit bones back towards your heels and walk those hands forward towards the top of your mat. Just let yourself surrender down into child's pose. If you find you need to open your knees a little bit, absolutely fine. If you need to support, putting a pillow or a blanket between your heels and your bum, giving your knees a little break, taking care of yourself however you need to. Check in with your breath, slow it down. Check in with your body. What messages is your body sending today? Make sure that you honor those messages, whatever they are. Let those messages guide you today along with your breath. Recognizing if it's a good place to be today or if you need to adjust. Without judgment or criticism. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands to the right. Reach to your left fingertips and then gently press your hips to the left as you let your upper body be heavy. Just a long stretch down that left side. Gentle lateral movement for the spine. Just a good stretch for the shoulder, the arm, the ribs, the waist. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center, and then over to the left, reaching through your right fingertips, and then press your hips gently to the right as you relax the weight of your upper body and your head down. Every pose we come to, we're going to check in, making sure that the body's in agreement that this is a good place to be. Lifting slightly, walking it back through center. Extend those arms out, back to child's pose. Again, if you need to open your knees, open your knees. As you're ready, walk your hands back towards your knees, hands just below those shoulders. Tabletop, nice flat back. Take a big breath in, lower your belly down towards the ground. Lift your gaze, lift your sit bones. As you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Lift your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Press the mat away with your hands and your knees. Inhale it back to cow. Exhale it to cat. One more time each direction. Big deep breaths. And coming back to center, core strong. Take a big breath in and extend your left arm and your right leg, lengthening and reaching from fingertips to toes. Lift out of that right shoulder, add a flex of that right foot. Press through your heels. Core strong, we tap the fingertips and the toes, and we lift back to that horizontal line. Tap and lift. Tap and lift one more time. Tap and lift, releasing your left hand down, crossing that right leg up and over the left. We turn and look out over that left shoulder. Just turning and looking as far as you wish. Nice little lateral stretch all the way down that right side. Inhale, gaze back to center. Lift that right leg back to center. Point your toes and draw it in. Take a big breath in and extend your right arm and your left leg, lengthening and reaching, leveling out the pelvis, lifting out of that left shoulder. Add a flex of that left foot and press through your heel. As you exhale, lower and tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and tap, keeping that core strong, and lift back to that horizontal line. Tap and lift. Last one, tap and lift, releasing that right hand down, crossing your left leg up and over the right, and we turn and look out over that right shoulder. Just this beautiful stretch all the way down that left side. Make it just as big as you wish. Find your breath. Inhale, gaze back to center. Lifting that left leg back to center, point your toes and draw that left knee back in. Let's tuck the toes and lift the knees just an inch off of the ground. Waking up the body. Firing up those neurons in the mind. As you exhale, extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. I don't know what it is, but that first down dog always feels pretty darn amazing to me. I know sometimes it can be challenging, my friends. So just keep a sense of humor. Keep your chin up. The more time we spend on our mat, the better and better and better it feels. Taking the gaze between your hands, walking your feet in to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Arms are heavy, head's heavy. I don't know about you, but when I step away from my mat for a significant amount of time, even a couple days, definitely I can feel it. If ever you go on vacation, or if you've had an injury or you've been sick and you get to come back to your mat, it can be kind of rough to begin with, but then your body's like, oh, I remember this magic place. Bring your hands to your elbows, hold on, and gently sway side to side. I know life can get a hold of us sometimes, pull us away from the time that we spend on ourselves. It's okay. Just come back to it whenever you can, and it's amazing how much more we appreciate it. Coming back to center, a little shift of your weight forward into your toes, and then back towards your heels. Center your weight, release your arms. Ever so slowly, ragdoll it up, stacking each and every vertebra one at a time. Standing tall, roll those shoulders up and back. Let your shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll, take it up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive. Forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Hands on either side of that right foot. We lengthen through the crown of the head, lifting the chest just slightly, pressing through that back heel. Breathe. We place that right hand to the right thigh, left arm circles up. We lift the chest, arching back. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit, and then exhale, sink. Now slowly rotate that left arm back. We turn and look out over that left shoulder. Palm just gently placing against the back of the hand or the back of the leg. And then we circle that left arm back up and over. Follow with your gaze. We release that left hand to the inside of the foot. Rotate your body and reach. Right arm to the sky. Reach up as high as you can. And then slowly lower that right arm back down to shoulder height, reaching towards the back of your mat. Palm is open the same direction you're facing. Spread your fingers and reach. Breathe, core strong. Inhale, lift that right arm back up and slowly release your hand down. Hand on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. Add a flex of that right foot, a bend of the right knee, and draw your heel towards your bottom. Breathe. On your next exhale, sweeping that right knee across underneath the left, opening that right knee out to the side, and once again press it back to your three-legged dog. Again, bend the knees, sweep it through like you're making a figure eight. Open it up and press it back to that three-legged dog. Let's do that one more time. Knee comes down, sweeps across, opens back up, and back to that three-legged dog. Extending right leg to the sky, and then slowly release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Let's alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Let your head be heavy. So again, working to set the tone for the day. setting ourselves up for a productive, fun, successful, wonderful day. Attitude is everything. Like I tell my kids, and I tell myself, attitude is everything. If your attitude sucks, your day will probably suck too. You got a good attitude, ready to roll? Generally speaking, it's going to be a good day. Take your gaze between your hands, walk your feet in. And I always find time on my mat helps bring me back to a better space in my mind. Brings my attitude a little more positive. Roll it up, one vertebra at a time. Roll those shoulders up and back and let those shoulders slide down and away. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll those shoulders and extend those arms. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, arch it back. Lift your gaze. Open your chest. Reach those knuckles down towards the ground. And breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Pull those hands to the left. Nestle the back of that right hand right against the outside of that left hip. And let's turn and look out over that left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin down towards your left collarbone, stretching through the neck and the shoulder. Find your breath. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Release those arms back center. And then over to the right, pulling the back of that left hand right up against that right hip. And then slowly turn your gaze out over your right shoulder. Breathe, little tuck of your chin. Close your eyes and breathe. Slow, steady, deep breaths. We lift our gaze once again, turning back to face front. Releasing those hands down the back. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Hands are going to be just resting on the small of the back. If you like, give those shoulders a good roll up and back and lift your hands towards the sky. Palms can stay together, or you're welcome to separate those palms. If your shoulders are a little tighter today and maybe you need a strap, a shirt, a towel, a dog leash, anything to hold on to, you're welcome to use that. We gently bring the hands to the small of the back and then just release those arms, let them hang. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down and then take a giant step back with your right foot. Hands on either side of that left foot. We lengthen from the crown of the head through that back heel. A little lift of the chest. Find your breath. What do you notice? What do you feel? We place that left hand to that left thigh. Right arm extends out and circle it up. Arch it back. Oh my goodness, is that a beautiful stretch all the way down that right side. Breathe. We circle that right arm back, placing the palm of the hand to the back of the thigh, following with your gaze out over that right shoulder. Breathe. Reaching those right fingertips back, big circle of that arm back up and over. Releasing the right hand to the inside of the left foot, rotate and reach. Left arm extends as high as you can reach. Lifting out of the shoulder, up to the tips of the fingers. Spread your fingers and slowly lower that left arm down to shoulder height, reaching towards the back of your mat. Rotating through the torso, looking out over that left shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, lift that left arm and gently release it down. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Add a flex of your foot and a bend of that left knee. Draw your heel towards your bottom. Breathe in that figure 8. As you exhale, knee comes down, crosses underneath the right leg, opens back out, and we press it back to our 3-legged dog. 2 more times. Sweep it through, open it up, and press it back. Once more, sweep it through, open it up, and press it back. Extending that left leg, and gently release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Let's hold our up dog. And as you exhale, turn and look out over that right shoulder. Little rotation through the torso. Inhale it back to center. And exhale, we look out over that left shoulder, little rotation. Inhale it back to center. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Let's sway the hips side to side. Breathe. We come back to center, shifting your weight to your left foot. Right toes reach. Exhale and sweep that right knee through. Foot to the inside to pigeon pose. If you are taking special care of your knee, you're going to come over onto that right hip and pull that left leg in, more of like a letter Z. Knees feel great, staying up nice and tall. If you need some support underneath that right hip, you are welcome to do so. Hands on either side of the knee if you wish. Left arm can reach to the sky. You don't have to, but if it feels good to you, yes, you can. And then that right arm, reach it overhead. Breathe. If you like, bring your palms to touch, interlace the fingers, and looking up towards the ceiling. Find your breath. Inhaling it up nice and tall, releasing those hands down by your sides. Left arm extends out, circling it around. We draw that back foot in, taking a hold of it if you're able, and drawing your heel in towards your bottom. Gaze can be wherever you need it to be. If you like, pulling that foot into the crook of the elbow. Left arm extends out. We reach back and interlock those fingers. Breathe. Beautiful stretch down the front of that left leg. We extend those arms, releasing that foot, circling that left arm back up and over. Let's walk it forward to sleeping pigeon. Stacking the hands or extending those arms and just relax the weight of the upper body down. Take a big breath in and squeeze every muscle in that lower body. Feel yourself rise just a bit and then gently sink. Again, inhale, squeeze. And gently release. Once more, squeeze. And release. We walk those hands up, one hand on either side of your knee. Tuck your back toes, lift your hips, sweep it back. Right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, you're welcome to grab a drink of water or a strength challenge. Let's inhale it to high plank. We're going to open up those feet just a little bit wider, working to stabilize through the core, keeping that pelvis as level as possible, shoulders level as possible. We take that left hand and reach up to touch the right shoulder. Hold. And release. Shift your weight to your left hand. Right hand lifts, tapping that left shoulder. And release. Keeping those feet a little bit wider, lift those hips. Walk your feet in one step and press. Sit bones reach into the sky. Tummy and chest towards that space between your legs. Inhale, lift. Walk your hands back towards your feet one step. And again, press. Tummy and chest towards that space between your legs. Inhale, lift just slightly, and again, walk those hands closer to those feet and press it through. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back, just let your arms hang. This time, take a hold of your ankles and use the strength of the arms to pull the upper body towards that space between your legs. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. Center your weight, release your arms, let them hang, and slowly walk your hands forward, back to your plank, and walk your feet in. Shoulder width apart, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog, and exhale to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. And then exhale, sweep that left knee through, foot to the inside, to your pigeon pose. And again, if you need to, come over onto that left hip. Taking care of those knees, very, very important. We only get 2 of them, so take care of them, my friend. Breathe. Let yourself settle in. If you need a little support underneath that left hip, please do so. Pillow, block, whatever it might be. If it feels good to you, lift that right arm. If it doesn't, put it back down. Maybe both arms overhead. Breathe. Bringing the palms to touch, interlacing the fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Reach, and as you exhale, a little arch back. Just take your gaze up. Inhale it up nice and tall, releasing your hands. Left hand to the outside of your knee, right arm extends out. Circle it around and draw that back foot in. Take a hold of it and draw it in. Oh my goodness, yes. That is a good stretch down the front of that right leg. And as you take a hold along the inside of your foot, the arch of your foot, do you feel that nice little stretch through the front of the shoulder? Breathe. If you like, pull that foot in to the crook of the elbow. That left arm extends out and reaches back. Interlocking those fingers best you can. Gaze can be wherever you need it to be. And breathe. If you can't breathe, you're too deep. Come out of the pose a little bit. Gently releasing those fingers, gently releasing your foot, circling that right arm back up and over, and let's walk those hands forward to sleeping pigeon. Let your upper body be heavy. This can be a pretty magical pose. This is probably the most requested pose that I ever get. Let's inhale and squeeze every muscle in that lower body. And then exhale, release. Now, if you're happy there, stay there. If you need a couple more of those, inhale, squeeze. And exhale, release. That activation of all the muscles intensifies. But then as you exhale and you relax, oh my gosh, you actually relax. Holding here for just a moment. And let's slowly walk the hands back up. One hand on either side of the knee. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. As you exhale, let your heels spin out, toes spin in, and your heels gently sink. That little pigeon-toed stance with your feet. What do you notice in those hips? The ankles, the calves. Inhale back up to the balls of the feet. Spin those heels back towards one another, and then gently release those heels back down. We inhale it to high plank as slow as you possibly can from your toes or your knees. Let's take it down. Just melting. Elbows right next to your rib cage. We press it through up dog. Open up those knees. Press it back to extended child's pose. Fingertips reaching towards the top of the mat. Chin, cheek, or forehead to the mat. And let's slowly walk the hands back up. Come over onto a hip, sweep your feet around, slide on down towards the center of your mat, and then let's turn facing front. Coming to easy pose, crisscrossing those legs. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over. Give a little push with that right hand, lift the left side of the rib cage. Inhale, both arms come up, reach. And as you exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over, stay up on that left palm. Glue that right sit bone to the ground, give a little push and lift that right side of the rib cage. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. Interlace your fingers, press your palms all the way up. And as you exhale, lower those hands to shoulder height. As you exhale, press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale, lift those arms. And exhale, gently release your hands down by your sides, pressing your palms down towards the ground. As you exhale, chin comes towards your chest. We roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. As we bring our practice to a close today, just checking in. Awesome work. I hope it's going to be an amazing day. Gently bringing your chin back down towards your chest. Just a final couple stretches. And we roll to the left ear over the left shoulder. Chin back down towards your chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, let's do 3 cactus arms. Exhale, pull those elbows back and down, open your chest. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Wonderful, invigorating stretch. Beautiful for your posture. One more time, reach and pull. Inhale, reach it up. Pull the hands to heart center. And I just want to say a humongous thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a spectacular rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Until the next time, my friends, light, love, and namaste.